So I was shooting a podcast episode, and one of the revelations that God gave me a few weeks ago when I shot this episode is that a prophecy, when somebody comes and they speak a prophecy over you, right? They're not telling you new information that God has about you, right? Like you may not have known about this, but because the Bible tells us that God is the author and the finisher of our faith, he's our beginning and our end. This is not new news or something new that God is deciding to do for you, right? Because a prophecy is already a proven fact about your life that God is just allowing you to know at this moment. When he says that he has a house for you, when he says that he has a car for you, when he says that he has a child, you're gonna have a child. When he says you're gonna have, like, whatever it is that God has promised you, that's just him allowing you to know a mystery about your life that you had no idea of. When I think about the children of Israel, and I think about how God told Moses to go and tell Pharaoh to let his people go so that they may go and worship him, and that he also had a land for them full of milk and honey, a land that would be theirs, right? Like, God already had that land set out for them to have. The children of Israel had no idea that God had already had an escape plan for them, that he already had a restoration plan for them, a redeeming plan for them, because of course, they were over in Egypt in bondage. But it doesn't mean that the Lord did not have it for them already. So when God gives you a prophetic word, when God gives you a word, when God allows somebody to speak into your life, and he says, you're going to have a house, or you're going to have a car, whatever it is, I want you to remember that Jeremiah 29:11 tells us that God said, he already knows, right? The plans that he has for us, plans to prosper us, plans to give us a hope in a future, plans to give us an expected end. Not a new thing, but an expected end. Not a new thing, but something that's already done. He said, the plans that I have for you, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men, which shows us right there that the things that God is revealing to us is already done. We just have to have the faith to believe that what God has said will come to pass. We can't complain. We can't murmur up against it, because what kept the children of Israel out of their promised land, for the people who were with Moses, they got kept out of the promised land because they went and visited the land that God said is theirs, and they brought back a bad report. They complained and murmured against the Lord, and they tested him 10 times. 10 times, and the Lord said that they would not go into that promised land. So I want you to make sure that you do not complain and murmur against the Lord, that when God tells you something, you don't go and run and tell everybody, and you keep a good report about what the Lord said, because what he has for you is for you, okay? He's a promise-keeping God.